and he paid an Agberu woman to come and fight me, and she beat me up. He apologized, but he just did it again yesterday. Am I wrong for wanting a divorce after 8 months? I'm a mad though. See, people's confessions these days are just getting a lot more crazier. But before we even dive into it, hey guys, welcome to another episode. Hope you guys are doing good. So today I came across a page on Twitter that had like a lot of anonymous messages, and I came across this one, and it said, "Am I wrong for wanting a divorce after 8 months? My husband has never beaten me directly before, and I have never dared him to beat me. 2 months ago, we had an argument, and he paid an Agberu woman to come and fight me, and she beat me up. He apologized, but he just did it again yesterday." Oh God in heaven! Wow! Well, it's outsourcing the job. It's outsourcing the job. It means that your shit is too much. You are doing too much, woman. You are doing too much, and he doesn't want to touch you himself. So pegged you against the woman to make things fair. At least he's pegging you against another lady. He's not doing it himself. But real talk, that's dangerous. That is very dangerous, because he paid an Agberu woman to beat you up. He not apologized. He not did it. My dear, leave, because it doesn't make any difference. Like there's not much difference between him doing it himself and him paying somebody else to do it. The end game is still that they beat you. Oh no, they beat you. That is the end game. So I suggest, or I advise that you get somebody in between. You get an elder, you get a therapist, somebody who can mediate between the both of you to better understand and navigate through this particular challenge that you are facing. But like I said, please stay clear. Stay clear. Stay clear. Try to move yourself out of that situation so that you do not lose your life. Basically, just because of your life, because of your safety. Try and stay clear and get somebody to mediate between the both of you if you still believe in your relationship, if you still love the person. Yeah. So for today, we're going into the beef. That one is just introduction. I think I got it. We're going into the beef, going into the core, going into the sweetness of today's episode. So this is why we're here. This is why we are here. Date from hell. Interesting topic. A lot of people's dating experience. What's dating experiences? Written in a book. And if you haven't gotten yours, if you haven't gotten this, you are a bum boy, you are a bum girl, you are slacking, and you are very sus. But this is written by Tomi Falade. Very, very interesting book. Like I said, stories of people's worst dating experiences, and it just came out like recently. Yeah, the book launch was in this month actually, February 16th, I think. And started reading it, and trust me, the stories are juicy, and that is what we're going to be doing today. So this is basically like confession in a book. Yeah, confession in a book. We ended up in jail. Wow. Okay. It was the year 2010, and she was my cute girlfriend who lived in Akute, Ogun State. I lived in an estate around Ikeja, but because of our love was still young and new, I needed to put a lot of time, investment into it. I would drive from my office in GRA to see her in her father's house in Akute every other day. And this unfortunate Friday was no different. I took off from work at about 6 p.m. and by 8 p.m. I was parked by the fence of her house. I immediately called her. She stepped out in a bum short and halter top to see me. You know that I've been home all day, but I'm still sexy vibe. Oh, cute. Well, that was it. Why we had not graduated to the ultimate level, we had been involved in everything in between. This particular night, hormones were raging, night was falling fast, and the streets had been quieted. We kissed a bit, and my hands were beginning to develop a mind of its own until we were rudely interrupted by the harsh glare of an oncoming vehicle's headlights. We composed ourselves, While waiting for the car to pass us, unfortunately, it did not. Instead, it parked adjacent us, and that was when we realized it was a police pickup truck. One of the officers approached us and asked why we were parked there. I was rather upset at the interruption, and I retorted that he should mind his business. Sadly, he didn't. Instead, he called on his colleagues, and after a heated argument, we were arrested for loitering with the intent to commit a crime. In all these, my girl kept telling me to take it easy, but I needed to show her that I was no pushover. Gang, calm down. Biggest boy in town. Besides, she was a 100 level student of Unilag, a fresher by all standards, and I was a 30-year-old achiever who believed he had all the clout in Lagos State. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said it like that. Sorry. I kept asking the policemen if they knew who I was and what I could do to them in Lagos. Unfortunately, we were not in Lagos State, as I soon realized after we were dragged to their state. Brother! Sorry. At the police station, we were reported as exhibitionists who were caught having sex in the car. Wow. I became petrified. I was too shocked to deny it and two compound things. The other officer began to laugh at us, asking if a fine boy like me did not have money for a hotel. My girl, who looked like a trainee call girl in her skimpy attire, was too preoccupied with killing the mosquitoes that feasted on her skin to be any real help. I began to think of who to call because this was not a situation my family could bail me out of. The friend I could call was asleep as his phone kept ringing without answer. As a last resort, my girl had to call her father, who came to the station to bail us out. Jesus! I was ashamed and she was thoroughly embarrassed, especially when the officer said we were caught having sex in the car. Thankfully, her father was a stand-up guy who countered the charge and said it was not possible, stressing that his daughter would never have sex in a car. He then faced her and said, "But I have told you to always bring in whoever comes to visit you instead of hanging by the fence." By scolding her with no holds barred, he shut the officer up. Just as he was about to leave with his daughter, the policeman called him back. "Sir, what about your in-law that is still with us? Won't you bail him?" They said while laughing at my predicament. He graciously bailed me out and drove me to their house. On getting there, I said my hurry thank you in appreciation, dashed to my car and zoomed off. I never returned there, and she also never called me again. I knew I did not want to see her again because of the shame. It was truly a date from hell. Very interesting, very lovely story. Brother, thank you for going through that so that we can have this content, but I'm sorry that happened to you. So if you guys are interested in getting the book, if you're interested in going through this total interesting, juicy experience, check the description for a link, or you could send me a DM directly to, help you out. But, brother, sorry. I want to be proving Jagaban for small girl in front of. It is well, it's how women are. We like to, raise our shoulder up. So, yeah. And also, if you have your version or your story for this particular book, if you'd like your story to be included, you can send me a DM and I would link you up directly to the writer of the book so that they can get your stories included in the book or on their website. So yeah, that would be all for today. So lastly, you guys, join the fold, don't be sus. Join the fold of the SWB and become a papi or mommy of the SWB gang. And with all that said, stay safe.